Hey guys, this is a bouquet for my yard. It's probably like the third one I've done. The little orange things are tulips, but they close in the dark, so because it's not very light in my house right now, they're kind of closed up. In today's video, I want to show you guys how I propagate cuttings that I receive in the mail. That's the cheapest way for me to get them, and because I live out in the desert and it's not very common for people to be buying rare plants, spend money on plants. They're kind of special order only. So I have this one here. It's a Mayoi, philodendron, or Mayoi, whatever, however you want to pronounce it. I take them out of the package when I first order them, and I soak them for usually about a day in water, sometimes until I see water roots start forming. But this one I want to get in the propagation pot as soon as possible. So this one here, you can see we have some aerial roots on there. Like I said, I did have it soaking for a day, so I'm gonna just put it in here and get some rooting hormone on it. And tap it off so all the extra comes off. And I have this pre-filled container with sphagnum. Just put a little of the top off there. Whenever you put rooting hormone on a end of a propagation, you don't want it to wipe off, so make a hole with the scissors, push it in, and press it down. Now it's very important that your leaf doesn't touch the medium or it will rot. And if you can, try and keep it from the edges. I have just a basic cup here to keep some humidity in. And that's how I do something that has a leaf. Now here you can see we have a wet stick too. Pretty much the same thing. The only thing with this is I do have a few more wet sticks that I'm going to be doing, so I'm going to do this in a little box. This is another way of doing a propagation chamber or greenhouse, little desktop greenhouse, whatever. Just get a little bit of rooting hormone on there. You really don't need too much. Aerial roots know what they're doing. And this I just take and lay in the box. Try and get some of the moss on top of the roots. That's what's gonna get you your water roots. Okay, and as part of this video too, I did order a Monstera Dubia cutting. I haven't opened it, so you guys get to see with me what it is I got. I am a little excited, so it's not easy for me to open right now. And see why we have to put them in water for a bit. This is a really long one, so it is kind of tangled. But this is a shingling monstera. Now what I'm going to do with this one is the same thing I did with the philodendron. Just cut it into sections, put it in water for a day or two so it can rehydrate, and then stick it in a propagation box and put the lid on. Usually if you put the lid on them, you just leave it airtight. I like these little cheap clear plastic containers because you can see through it, you don't have to be messing with it. And if you hold it up, you can see the roots developing on the bottom. So hopefully we'll come back in, I'd say 2 or 3 weeks and get some roots in these things. It does depend on the plant and how much light it's getting, but as long as you leave them closed, you shouldn't have to add any water. I like using the clear containers, again, for roots and to see if it dries out. Hopefully these tips helped you on propagating and what to do with cuttings you get in the mail. Thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll have a recap on this sometime.